So this is my ball, right? And I'm testing for the fuse. So like the fuse at this point. So if I test this fuse and I'm getting power on it, and I test this fuse and I'm getting ground on it, this is the reason why I'm getting ground at the other side, because of this ball. And if this ball carries like 100 amps, and my test light, right? My test light carries, like my test light is able to draw 50 milliamps. That means anytime I place one lead here and the other lead here, this test light will turn on, because this bulb is able to provide the amount of current this test light needs, or the ground that this test light needs to turn on. But the moment I change my test lead, or I change my test light and I use a 1 amp test light, that means my light here will not turn on, but rather my light here will not turn on, but rather the light here will rather turn on, because it will be getting the amount of current it needs to turn on. Because this one is only 100 milliamps to turn on. So that means this test light will be able to provide the amount of current this light needs to turn on. But if I change it and I use 50 milliamps, that means this test light will rather turn on, and this test light, this bulb will go off. This bulb will go off, because it needs 100 milliamps to turn it on. So if I'm using a high test light which controls, like which needs more amperage to turn on, then that means I will not feel the ground here. My test light will turn on. But if I use a voltmeter, the voltmeter will give me a voltage here, which will be 0 volts, and here will be 0 volts. Here also will be 0 volts, and here also will be 0 volts. Do you get it? When I'm using a voltmeter to test it, so when my voltmeter leads, one is connected to ground. When my voltmeter leads, one is connected to ground, and I test here, I'll get ground. Test here also, I'll get 0 volts, and test here also, I'll get the 0 volts. But this open is not completing the circuit, so the circuit is complete. But when the circuit is complete, then that means when the circuit is complete now, or the switch is on, that means I'll get 12 volts here, I'll get 12 volts here. But rather, I'll get 0 volts here rather. But when it is not complete and there is open at this point, then I will be getting 0 volts, 0 volts. Do you get it?
So now what I'll do is, because I know the control side, so I'll try and find for power for the sensor and see if the sensor is working. So when I use the test light, because the test light current, because the sensor draws in current more than the test light, so the test light will rather be flashing. The moment I set my actuation, I start my actuation, so you can see the test light is rather flashing instead of the sensor, because the sensor draws in more current than the test light. So what I'll do is I'll give it direct power. So I'll turn off the actuation on my scan tool, then give it direct power, because I know this one, the power is fused. So I'll give it direct power, and then I'll start my actuation. So you can hear it clicking. That means the actuator is working. So now it's left with the back one. The back one, that's where I have to trace and find out where the cable is shorting. Then I'll continue the diagnosing. So now I know my sensor is working, but just that I'm lacking power. So I'll try and trace and see where the actual problem is, and I'll rectify it out. So now that I've given it power, let me stop it and go and read the fault code again. Because I've given it power, so now the fault code that I'll be getting will be a history fault code. So now let me go back and go to fault code. So I have to get the intake fault code history, and you can see now I'm having an history. The intake fault code is history because now I've given it power. So if I erase it, and scan it again, it will be only the exhaust that is going to appear. Let me recycle the glitch again and turn it back on and read the fault code again, and I'm going to get the fault code on the exhaust. Okay, so that means it is power side from it and the other side is losing control side. So I'll do the diagnosing properly. I'll tell the customer the issue, and if he's willing for me to repair it, then I'll continue with the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.